Hey guys, I'm Brufio. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about a topic that came into my messages, and it's about being an entrepreneur in this day and age, how to survive as a music producer, as a musician, beat maker, all that stuff. It's a really good question. I just want to ramble about it without any notes or any script or anything else. But before I do that, go to brufymusic.com/gift, get my drum sample pack, home recording and perfect vocals ebook, as well as my Cubase production, mixing, mastering template, and a lot of cool stuff more. So check out brufymusic.com/gift. A lot of people ask me on Instagram and send me messages, young people, up and coming artists, and a lot of people that I have here in the studio as well. And they want to have some tips and tricks on how to make it in this day and age in the industry. And to be honest, it's still very much possible, but it's also a lot harder than it used to be like 10 years ago, maybe. And but it's still a lot easier than it was 20 years ago, where you could not self-promote yourself and all that stuff. But let's say you are a music producer that makes also beats or makes beats for him or herself and then sings those songs or gives them away and want to pitch them to clients and to labels. And you have to have a really good game plan. First of all, I would make sure that I have a nice homepage where people could find you, that is in your Instagram bio, your TikTok bio, where they can contact you. You have an official like email address. So I would say if you at least be seen as a professional, then labels are very, very likely or more likely to contact you and work with you. That's just my experience. Of course, there are always exceptions for everything, but you have to have a professional online presence. Let's call it like that. Next thing is you have to record and be able to record yourself on a standard. Industry standard today would be you just need like a universal audio Apollo twin interface, for example, a good microphone and a little bit of room treatment, I would say. But you can also use some plugins to remove room noise and stuff like that. But the song you are doing has to sound at least as good as people that never heard it before can imagine what the final product would be, if that makes sense. For example, if I do an R&B song and I record my vocals on it and it should sound like a Chris Brown song, then with my vocals it will never sound like a Chris Brown song, even if I wanted to. I could do maybe a Justin Bieber type song and leave my vocals on there, that's fine. But today, this day and age, I talked about it a lot. We have stuff like voice stars, where you can upload your vocals and transform them into Chris Brown, for example. That changed the whole game for me. I had a lot more songs that I pitched to labels get accepted or they made an offer for it since I used voice stars. Because before that, I sang it and I knew exactly in my head, oh, it would sound so great if The Weeknd sings it or something like that. But now I can use voice stars to pitch it to the labels with the vocals of The Weeknd that sounds very similar to The Weeknd. So they hear it and they know exactly, oh, that's what it would sound like if The Weeknd sings it, you know? And that's really something amazing that you can do all the time. So I would say do that. Produce good demos, make cool melody lines, use maybe something like Splice for the drum beats if you're not very good at doing good sounding beats, because if the beat is already sounding very good, you can lay down some cool melodies that you come up with yourself, some cool chords. And there's so much today that helps you if you're not good in music theory, for example, or not playing the piano, but you play maybe the guitar. You can drag and drop chords in and out, and it's just amazing. So do that. then collaborate with other people that are very good, because if you're in the room with other people, it's just amazing what you can create with other human beings. It's really amazing. So you have maybe this amazing idea, but then someone says, hey, but what about if you do this chord? And then, okay, let's try it. And you say, wow, that's amazing. And then you spark ideas from each other, and it gets into a loop where it becomes a nice and amazing full song in one day, which you maybe would never be able to do alone. Another thing is you have to be able to be like like a movie actor, if that makes sense. For example, if you are married for, let's say, 3 years, you are happily married, and you wrote all the songs of I love my life and I love my wife or my husband and stuff like that. Maybe you want to write, as an artistic choice, you want to write a heartbreak song. So a very sad song, but you are just not in the headspace of, oh, what does it feel like to be heartbroken? And yeah, just you are not hurt enough maybe to write good lyrics. And I don't want to see people write with ChatGPT lyrics. I think you should still write lyrics yourself. Yeah, but you have to be able to get in this headspace like someone who writes a script for a movie. And you have to be able to get inside the headspace of someone that maybe lost everything right now. And you have to be able to write about it. That's a skill you have to have, you know? So that's something you have to train it. You have to write a lot of songs, and finish a lot of songs. Then you will get better every time. Okay, so that's what you need to have, in my opinion. A good online presence, professional online presence. You have to be able to produce the demos to a point where someone else hears it the first time and just doesn't think, oh, that's so poorly recorded, I don't listen to the chorus. Make it interesting, make it sound good, so people really grabs the attention of them. Then post, of course, examples of you working in the studio and stuff like that on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, even if it doesn't have any views. I just give you an example for me. I have 2,000 followers on Instagram. That's nothing. I have almost 20,000 on YouTube, but I don't do a lot of Instagram anymore. But if you watch my Instagram now, I am Brufio, if you go to it, you can see he's playing live, working in the studio, has major label releases, music videos, different clients, plays instruments. You just see my CV if you want, if you go there. Then you go to my bio, you can see my link tree, you can go to my homepage, you can book me, you can get in touch with me over my email address, everything, okay? So it's not about how many followers you have. If you have, then other things get interesting, like brand deals and stuff like that. But the labels that I work with here in Germany, for example, or in America, or in London, they know me. So I have my CV there. They can see my stuff on YouTube. They also see through my teaching videos that I know what I'm talking about. It's not just stupid stuff. So they see how I go in depth and what I know. And that gets trust again. So they trust me, they write me, and then you have to deliver and be ready if the day comes, okay? Hope that makes sense. I just get a lot of questions about it, so I just want to help you. And one bonus tip is, that's just amazing. Okay, I forgot it. But the amazing thing is that you can do, for example, if you have vinyls, or if you go to Wikipedia or stuff like that, ask ChatGPT, who is related to the release of, let's say, Blinding Lights by The Weeknd? Who are the producers? Who are the songwriters? Who are the instrumentalists? Stuff like that. And then instead of, I don't know where to pitch stuff, just write sonymusic.com and send them an email. No. Try to find out who are the people that are always working with those stars that you imagine your song to have. So if you go to The Weeknd, go to More Than One Song, see, okay, who is there every time as a co-producer, songwriter, or stuff like that. Then you find out who that person is. Find them on Instagram, for example. Follow them, shoot them an email, a cool message where you just say, hey, I'm a big fan of your productions. I love The Weeknd, and I'm a music producer from Vancouver, Canada. And I made a song that really, really, really fits The Weeknd style. And I think you would like it. And I just want you to listen to it. You don't have to reply. It's just, I put my heart and soul into that song. And it would be amazing if you could listen to it. Boom. No pressure. Don't follow up 2 days later. Hey, did you get my message? Shoot it. Send them the link to Dropbox, for example, or send the song directly into the messages. It's so often that they wrote back, yeah. If you just are nice and they see you have a cool online presence, you are real, you're not someone who just spams them, then this is really, really a nice way to get your foot into the door. All right, that's it. Enough rambling. Hope you liked that video and liked the tips. And I wish you all the best in the world to make it, to make your passion, your work, your everyday work. And so you can just wake up, be happy, make music, go to bed late, and be excited for the next day. That's my wish to you guys. Okay, subscribe to the channel. Go to brufiomusic.com/gift for all the cool free stuff. And we see us in the next video. Peace out.